Testing. What up? Hi. So, the first time that I actually did stand-up comedy was in this very room around 2 years ago. And some of you might have been there, but after I finished my set, one of the school staff came up to me and was like, Brian, oh my God, that was unbelievably inappropriate. Like, you can't be talking about sex and drugs and porn at school in front of all these freshmen. And I was like, so what the fuck am I supposed to be talking about, right? And he was like, I don't know, some real issues, some real issues. Like, talk about Asian Americans and how far they came. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I'll talk about Asian Americans and how far we've come as a race to reach where we've come, to reach where we are today in terms of status. All the years of racism and oppression that we had to go through to get to where we are today. And the number one reason why I know we came this far is from the porn. Right? So, I was on Pornhub.com yesterday for research, and I went to the Asian category to support, and out of curiosity, I decided to go to the last page where all the oldest videos ever uploaded in that category was, and then the first video that popped up was Asian girl wants to sucky on 2 egg rolls at once. And the first thought that came up to my mind was, where was this girl raised where she didn't have access to egg rolls, that she wants it so badly that she uploaded a video of herself eating 2 at once? So, like, I've had up to 30 already, right? They're all delicious. So I don't understand where she's coming from. So I clicked the video and I watched the whole thing. And there wasn't even 1 egg roll in the whole video. It was just a bunch of dicks. And I was like, wait a minute, like this is just a racist, stereotypically named video. So I got really upset, I was really mad, but then I realized that this was a long time ago, this was another time, and we came a long way in terms of progression as a civilization. So I Googled her name, and I pulled out a more recent video of her, and the video was, hot girl gets double penetrated by 2 guys, and I was like, nice, like you did it, like you made it, like you did it, you made it, right? She's like, all right, you were stripped away from all the racial stereotypes, and you made it, you come this far. I'm so proud of you. So, have you guys noticed how in most porn videos, I'm gonna keep this going, right? Most porn videos, they focus a lot on the girl, right? They focus a lot on the background story of the girl. They'll tell you everything there is to know about the girl, and then they won't tell you shit about the guy. It's like, fuck the guy, who cares about the guy? And so, like, for example, like, a video will start off, and, like, the camera guy would be interviewing the girl. They'd be like, hey, like, what's your name? Tell me about yourself. And she'd be like, oh, my name is Casey, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm from Nebraska. I graduated from Nebraska University. I had a psychology major, but I switched over to business major because I thought there was more career opportunities there. I'm a Sagittarius. My favorite movie is A Walk to Remember, and I also coincidentally like to take walks that I remember. And I love dick. And like this goes on for like 20 minutes, right? And then finally the camera guy is like, all right, I want you to meet my friend. And the guy walks in and he's just like, I'm a big cock. And that's it. They don't even show his face. They don't even show like past this point of the waist. It's just cock. That's it, right? And then they go straight to business. And I'm just like, wait, what? You can't just skip over that crucial detail in the story? Like, you spent 20 minutes going over her past and everything, and I know nothing about this guy. I feel like disconnected. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I have so many questions. Like, what's his name? Where's he from? Like, what kind of toppings does he like on his froyo? Like, did he just get out of a relationship? Like, did he get hurt in this relationship? Is that why he's having casual sex with this hooker? Like, is he emotionally ready for this casual sex? Like, these are things that I need to know to fully immerse myself to the story. And they just don't do that. So last night, I went down to the kitchen because I got hungry after watching an Asian girl wanted to two egg rolls. So I heard my hot chocolate talking to my cereal. So the hot chocolate was like, all I want is for someone to call me beautiful chocolate. Is that too much to ask? I have feelings too. I see a lot of Greeks in the audience, which is awesome. Segue, all right? So, I see a lot of Greeks in the audience, and that's awesome. I'm glad that all these organizations are coming here to support as one community. That makes me feel great. A lot of people say that guys are a lot more closer together than the girls because of all the drama that happens, but I feel like that's all just perspective, In some aspects, sorority sisters are actually a lot more closer and a lot more tighter than the guys. For example, you're at the club, and all the girls are having girls' night out, and then suddenly one of the girls is getting harassed by a creepy guy, right? And on that second, all of a sudden, all the sisters in the club from different corners of the club would just jump in and to save her, like Avengers style, They would all just roll through. So the girl getting harassed would be Sister Black Widow, right? She's the one that just got out of a long-term relationship, and she's feeling vulnerable, and she just wants to have a fun night out with her girls, but she's getting harassed by this dude. So then Sister Samuel L. Jackson, who sees all this, is like, oh shit, I'm not gonna take this, all right? And she puts it on her group meet, like, sisters assemble, I need backup. So then obviously Sister Captain America would be the first one on the scene, and then she would do like the body shield that girls do, where she puts her body in between the girl and the guy, like, you're not getting past this, right? And while she's doing that, Sister Thor would come in and grab the girl's arm like she's pulling Mjolnir's hammer. Like, come over here, girl, and dance with me away from that guy. She would do that move. And meanwhile, while that's going on, Sister Hawkeye would jump in and start shooting aggressively accurate insults at the girl. Like, hey, is that a Tic Tac in your pants, or are you just flaccid to see me? Because if it is a Tic Tac, then you should eat it because your breath stank. Boom. Right? Hit him on all the vulnerable areas, get his self-esteem nice and low. And then obviously Sister Iron Man would come fashionably late, and she would use her technology, which is Twitter and Facebook, to complain about what's going on. She'd be like, oh, getting hit on by creeps at the club again, #pissed, to try to get him at that way. And then if none of that works, that's when they call in Sister Hulk, who's obviously the drunk bitch of the chapter that nobody wants to mess with. So she'd be like stumbling over in her high heels and be like, listen, asshole. I just had 3 Long Island iced teas, and I'm wasted. And you won't like me when I'm wasted. And they would just completely destroy this guy as a person until he goes away. And then, that's sisterhood, Those are girls watching out for each other when they need help, If that was fraternity guys, it would be a completely different story. Let's say the guys are at the club, and then one bro will go to another and be like, yo, is that Richard getting molested? Oh shit, it is. Let's show him tomorrow and make fun of him. Anyway, let's go hit on Sister Hook real quick. So that's what guys would do, right? I feel like I've seen straight guys do way more gay things with each other than actual gay guys. I would see straight guys go up to each other, grab each other by the dick. Nice dick, bitch! And then they would just laugh about it as if it was funny and not extremely gay what just happened. Gay guys would never do that. I have friends with gay guys, they would never do that. That's rude, It's extremely rude. The other day, I was with my friends, Derek and Francis, who are both extremely straight guys, right? They're super straight. But Francis bent over to tie his shoes, and then all of a sudden Derek grabs him by the waist and starts pumping him aggressively out of nowhere. And then Francis is like, get off me, right? And then that just excites Derek, and makes him pump even harder, even throwing some English into it, And then while this is going on, all of a sudden my other friend Teddy comes and he grabs Francis by the head and starts pumping him forward. So now he's getting pumped from both directions, and I'm getting flashbacks from the Asian girl wants 2 egg rolls. And I'm like, whoa, I've seen this before. And at this point, Francis knows that there's nothing he can do, so he kind of just takes it until they finish. And when they do finish, they finish all over him, of course, with their eyes closed. I don't know why their eyes are closed. And then they clean themselves off, and then they go like, "That's what you get for tying your shoelaces." My name is Brian Shen. Thank you very much. Hey, before I go, I just want to say that it's really great to be able to perform at an event hosted by my own chapter. Like, this is something I would have never thought would have happened even 2 years ago. So, I mean, it's awesome that this is happening. Thanks for all of you guys to come out and support. And I just feel like a lot of people take these opportunities for granted. And kudos to everyone that's performing today. And hopefully next year, it'll be you guys up here. So. Yeah!